Hello, this is Pagan MC here, and welcome back to the Badge Patreon server. Well, I've certainly chosen the bloody right time to record this, haven't I? I came here during the day, got sidetracked by something else, and by the time I've actually come to record, it's bloody raining and it's night. Anyway, I'm not doing this like a normal episode. This is more like something for the server itself rather than for viewing pleasure. Keep on debating whether to go into game mode 1 and fly or not, if this would make it easier to show everything. Don't know, I very much dislike changing game modes unless I have to. Which I think I've only had to do it twice up to now, moving stuff with World Edit. Right, yeah, I'm not going to. Right, I have laid everything out at new spawn. And the buildings. Is someone going? Oh. That's random. Not too sure. I'll just say see you just in case. I've looked. From the Reddit post, we had some communal builds that we put out basically to tender, to try and show interest. There's any bit, if there's few people want to build them, we'll do a competition. For some of the builds there isn't. Right. Maybe best place would be to start on the ship. On the spawn ship. This is one I shouldn't think I should have flown. I've laid all this out, just obviously just by hand running around. Because I think this is how we're going to be seeing the city. I've pillared up a few times to get an overview, but generally we're going to be this level ourselves as we run around it. This has taken me quite a few hours today, right. Spawn ship here. There was, well, some interest by 2 people, but in the end in the Reddit post, and we tried to get enough attention, there was only Dan who showed an interest in doing the ship. So Dan, if you want to do the spawn ship, it is yours to do. I hope... I've wrote this a few times. Basically, spawn ship can be made. Spawn ship point? Spawn point ship. Basically, make the ship... I would think the harbour's that way, so... The ship can obviously be a lot bigger than this. But on the ship, the actual spawn point itself, where I will set world spawn, if it can be within... This is a chunk that has been marked out. As long as the spawn ship is within this, Y level doesn't matter. But as long as however you do the ship, so it can obviously be a lot bigger, taller, whatever. But I would assume maybe the middle of the ship, the deck, we would have it somewhere in here. And I am hungry. So we're we've all seen this will be the walkway harbour. We had a good suggestion off JT that how we would have the big ships in the harbour, and then you'd have maybe some little ships, and maybe we could use some blue glass to cover up, and then have the harbour maybe start somewhere here. The what do you call it? Pontoon dock, whatever it may be. Mr. Cave has shown an interest. Well, he's already been over here. I think I covered it in last episode actually. Or the episode before that. To do the harbour walls. Feel free, Cave. I'm not exactly sure what you have planned. If it's anything like some of the other build and that giant phallic object you built of obsidian, I'm sure it is going to be amazing. Right. The reason I have that chunk laid out like that is for a Z-spawn chunks. If spawn is set in that chunk, and if I have read the wiki and watched about 3 videos of how the spawn chunks work, this should be the edge of the spawn chunks. I've marked them out with cost dirt and glass, and I've forgotten to do this bit in glass. Oh well. This is a 192 by 192. Well, it's a bit bigger than that because the spawn chunks cover whole chunks. Oh yeah. I'm going to come back and I'll put the glass in there. When building anything, obviously for yourself, Cave, and for anyone else who might come to build here, build straight over the top of that. They're only there because when the whole reasons of us having that there is to keep entities in the spawn chunks to a minimum. So whatever you may build in the future, I'll try and put some signs up to make it clear. So in a few months' time, people will still know what these are supposed to be. Anything this side of this line, if we can maybe have things like item frames, banners, I would say virtually non-existent. But I know that could be very difficult for some people. To a minimum if possible. It vastly helps the server and will help a significant amount of people who don't have the high-end PCs like what some of us have to keep entities in this side. Yeah, same. I'll keep on repeating myself, I don't know why, to a minimum. Yeah, so if you're building a house, just build it straight over the top. Just think maybe when decorating to try and have a few less this side. Oh, welcome back again, Simba. A few less this side, and maybe, well, not go to town that side, but you know what I mean. In terms of building for new spawn, there's nothing in terms of city on this side. So not to say that all this is up for grabs, but this is essentially all up for grabs to build on. I think the main city is really going to be located on this side of the shore, with maybe a bit coming round here. So, right. So yeah, I've done, I did the glass over there all the way around. So same again, if you want to build ships in here after that one's done, feel free. You want to build houses on stilts, whatever it may be. Just entities within this bit. Should maybe make a count like a drinking game how many times I've said entities. Just try and keep them down, please. Right. So I've covered the ship. I've covered the Z-spawn chunks. Hopefully that won't put anyone off from building within them of a build that crosses the line. Oh. Right, onto the roads. These, I think, are probably cast in stone. These size. Not cast in stone anyway. It occurred to me earlier when I was laying out City Hall and stuff that if I didn't put in sizes for roads first, we could end up having some gigantic builds with little 5 wide roads between them. And I don't know how well that would look. So these are 17 wide, including, so the roads will be including this block, not that one. So yeah, 17 wide, like a grand boulevard. So imagine the middle bit to be the road, and then on the side, we will have spaces for trees, for maybe benches, like a grand boulevard would be in a big city like, I don't know, Paris or in front of Buckingham Palace. It gives us plenty of room whenever we get these large buildings. In terms of when it goes over things like this, no idea in the slightest. Bridge, I don't know. It could be worked out for the future. I'm just trying to lay things out so we can start building and get going. If you're watching this cave, I'm not too sure what plans you had for how this entrance would go. But if you wanted, because obviously it's going into, I would think like a harbour, like, same again, I don't know what your plans are. If you were only going to have a door that was, I don't know, that big, just feel free to rip these out so far. Don't know if your build was going to end here or something, just feel free, rip these out. And you build whatever you're going to do. I've just extended those side ones. I'm not too sure how far your build's come in, but if someone wanted to build here, say, I just wanted to put that road there as a barrier kind of thing. I'm probably waffling now. Right. I have labelled up the spot for the Nether Hub. Overworld Nether Hub. We've had a few people have been doing different ones on my creative server. And I think nearly every single one of them would actually work quite well in this water. So I've made this... Was it 32 wide? Or 64 wide? Have I ever put down the size? No. I think it's 64 by 64. Isn't it? 32 blocks on either side. So, Overworld Nether. In here. Going out from the sides, obviously we have the roads last time. Same again. I put these out. I was measuring up 16 wide. They meet a hill. That looks wrong, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, yeah, it's right. I don't know, that looked wider than that. It stops there because it hits the mountain. So this road going that way will probably end very quickly. Hi, Dan. Oh. Same again. Road going that way, and these two roads are the very long ones. The north and west. I just haven't extended, but they go all the way that way. Right. Builds that have been area around them cordoned off, and they should be big enough. Oh, so again. So Grand Boulevard coming down here. To our right, we will have City Hall. Ah, isn't it glorious? It's so majestic. I'm trying to use imagination as best I can. This is the area by the Dark Oak. At the moment, I same again, some people have already been starting to do a few designs, and Mr. Pyro's City Hall on my creative server is 150 by 150 or thereabouts. So that is the area that I have marked out. So reserved 150 by 150. Yes, this big. Yes, really. What land isn't used can be used for something else later in the future. So whoever wins the we will be competition for City Hall. Whoever wins this, whether it be Mr. Pyro, whether it be Miss Poppy Meadows, or whether it be myself. Hello, Poppy. Even if it's smaller than this, if we do the build... Hello. If we do the build to this corner... You nearly made it. Go on. You could do it. Oh, one more time. Oh. Go on. One more time. Okay. I don't think Poppy knows I'm recording. I was maybe guessed I'm recording because I'm not on TeamSpeak for once. It'll go in this corner. So there'll be space at the ends. And yeah, there's going to be other builds in the future that we maybe haven't thought of at the moment. And they can take up the other space. On this side, we have the space for the post office. I think this has probably been one of the more important builds. Surprisingly. I think when it was getting built on ours, it was J.H. Elishan who first built it for us. I wasn't expecting it. Well, not to say expecting it. It became very busy. This is JT's temporary lumber shack at the moment. So this is 32 by 52. And yeah, I think it should have a prominent position opposite Town Hall. It's going to be very busy. This one, I don't think we can really push it that way. But going back this way, same again, there's a little bit of wiggle room. Post office will be a competition as well. I'll get to the details of the competition towards the end. I've left a gap here at the moment between the next building, as Jambroo is looking to build our courthouse. I believe, yeah, courthouse, and as the only one who showed the interest, so that's yours to build, Jambroo. I've left the same room as we would do for a road going this way, as I'm still waiting to get back to you. I'm still waiting for you to get back to me, Jambroo, but I know you are a very busy man. I'm not too sure where to put your build at the moment, because I know you wanted sea and cliffs. So, yeah. I haven't labelled that out yet. Right. Next, so yeah, I'm leaving this as potential if we need a road going this way. Going off this Moon Boulevard. Won't be as big as that road, but yeah, something that way. Next to this, it was actually one of my suggestions for a build, but it's one I'm not going to be entering myself. I need to actually put... Do I have any signs? This... Let's do it this here. This is the library. Library. This is 64 by 64. Being built by... And this was Stone Golem. 13, I believe it is. Is the only one who showed interest in the Reddit. I'm not too sure how big you want to do it, Stone. I just purely guessed 64 by 64. Just as a figure to pull out of thin air. You have more room to go back if you want to make it bigger. More room going that way as well. So I'm going to ask, well, I'm going to put something in that until like you've come here and Jambroo and we've actually set the size that you want for no one else to go. Like at the moment this is a free spot. But yeah. You can go a bit bigger that way. Obviously you can go smaller as well. It's just, yeah. Something I picked up out of thin air. Other builds. Oh, so this is the end of the town hall. Well, city hall. Same again, there's no plans for anything here. But I am going to do a little cordon around these main central buildings to give us some breathing space a bit. But everything past that, and probably some of these hills over there, will be totally free to open. Go and grab the land now. Kind of thing, you know. Right, there's 2 other buildings that have been cordoned off, and this one I've spoken. This is for Jitty, and this is going to be Grand Central Station. Go away, creeper. Did I put it in here? Yeah. Grand Central Station being by JT. So I spoke to JT yesterday when he was on. So this is between City Hall and the road we have over here. And same again, I put the boundaries. And this goes as far back as what City Hall does at the moment. Same again, JT, if you don't use all the land. I think if you maybe like started building at that end. So that way any land you don't use going back can be used for something else in the future. I'm sure there's going to be loads of builds that we want to do here that we haven't thought of at the moment. Over here, this is for King BB's Discoteca. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. King BB's Discoteca. There we go. So I hope this is okay for you if you're watching this, King. You can go north and east a little. So if you wanted to... Well, if the location's okay for you, it's quite central. We've got Grand Central Station just there. And people come off the trains, then come and relax here with the music. Nether Hub is right there. So it's really close in. You can go a little north. Well, not a little. You can go north and east. Bigger if you want to. But really, what is it again? Yeah, this way. What, south and... Well, west, no, because of its borders on the road. And... Come on. And not south, really. I'm trying to give around the overworld nether, in these corner bits, a little bit of breathing room. Same again. Park or, yeah, a little bit of leeway if there's any other builds. Welcome back, Bob. Even though you were only gone for 2 seconds. A little bit of leeway. Like, what's next? So yeah, so competition. Oh, lag room party. Yeah, it is getting a little bit laggy for me. So let me have a look. I'm going to briefly tab out. Hopefully I don't die. Oh. Okay. So we will have a competition to build the City Hall. This is all overworld. So City Hall, overworld portal room, the post office, and that is it. So the library, 2 stone golem, the courthouse, 2 jambu, the spawn ship, 2 dangers, unless you don't want to do it dangers, and someone else. Same again with the rest. You can perfectly change your mind if you want to. Harbour dock, 2 cave. Right, so the last build to do then is Nether hub. Nether hub. So let me pop that. This will be going for competition. I think, along with City Hall. Oh. Very nice, Poppy. Along with City Hall, I'm expecting it to be one of our more popular competitions. I've already mapped out. Well, not mapped out. I've put a marker down where the Nether hub may be. So at the moment, I'm going on my creative server. A few people have done a few different designs. Don't know, I've had some say we should maybe put caveats to design, like functionality, or whether we should leave completely open. I think we should maybe do completely open. The only thing I would try and maybe think of is builds are very nice. It's very nice to have fancy, to have ingenious designs. But I always seem to find in practice people like simplicity. They like easiness of use. How easy it is to use something. You can always see good examples of that is when you see paths that the council put down. And then when you can see those bits of dirt tracks in the grass, it's because people like to use it easily. If there isn't a shortcut where there should be a shortcut, people will use it. So, yeah. I think this is at the right height as well, 69. The same height as our old hub all the way over there. Which we will have a tunnel going to it, but not at the moment. Or whenever. Yeah, I would probably recommend to most people, maybe stick similar to what we already have. North, south, east and west tunnels. With other tunnels going off that like we already have. But set out with a proper north, east, south and west. Not, we kind of have it off-centered a little bit like that. But if you wanted to do a multi-tier design, feel welcome. Well, these are going to be up for the vote to us to decide. I think this is the one I want. So if we vote for one that has multiples of levels, well, that's up to us. CG's. I think that's it. So I'm going to put... I think this is the last block that I've actually got in high demand. It's this clay. I'm going to put a few, but like a cordon kind of thing around the buildings to give us a little bit of leeway. But then everything outside of that is free. Go and build whatever you want. I'm going to But probably the first thing I'm going to be building is my spawn house. As granted, it's very quick to get backwards and forwards with the teleporter. But I want a house here first. Before I start building, I'm going to be building like Brickton. Basically, it's going to be a village theme, but out of brick. Because I very much like to work with brick. So yeah. So I'm going to put this cordon off. Ooh. But yeah, that Enderman just thought we were playing, Pop and I were playing like a game of Minecraft Slenderman earlier. I thought that was just Slender there, just stood on the hilltop. I'm going to put this cordon around to give us a bit of breathing room from these main rooms. And go and write the long ass. Are you making more holes, Poppy? I hope you're not making more holes again. I think you are making more holes. I'm going to go and write this Reddit post. Which takes me forever. It's more holes, isn't it? I bloody knew it was. Right. I'm going to leave there we go. Right. I'm going to leave it here. Please leave a comment. Come on, can you get it in shot, Poppy? Please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Well, actually no, because it's not a normal video, it's one for the server. Right. Bye, Poppy. See you later. Go on, crouch. Say bye. Okay. Bye.